Alright, before we get to our last question, you need to know a couple things, a couple side notes here. One, what have you learned so far? How can you tell if something is a direct variation? One, by its equation. If it's in y equals kx equation. So if I said, hey, is this y equals 3x direct variation, yes or no? You would say yes, because that's y equals kx. K is 3. Alright? Number 2, how do you know if something's direct variation? I taught you by a graph. What do you remember? Every direct variation does what? It goes through 0, 0. That's how I know. That's how I know if it's a direct variation or not. It could go this way, it could go this way. As long as it goes through the point 0, 0, it is direct variation. Now, third thing, what if it's a table like shown over here? How do you know something's direct variation? Well, here's how you figure that out. Notice this equation right here, y equals kx. If it's in that form, good, direct variation. What if you did something else with that equation? What's the same as y equals kx? What if I divided both sides by x? What would that do? Divide this by x, divide this side by x. You would get k equals y divided by x. Right? This equation can be manipulated to this equation right here. Right? So basically, they're both direct variation. Only this one is solved for the constant of variation. It's solved for k. So what this basically says is this, if you don't see it. If you take your y value and you divide it by your x value, you get your k value, your constant value. Okay? So take a look at my table. If you have a table, here's what you should do. You should take your y value, divide it by your x value, and see what happens. Watch. Take my y, divide it by my x. That's 3. Take my y, divided by my x. That one's 3. Take my y, divided by x. 9 divided by 3. That's 3. 12 divided by 4. That's 3. They're all the same. Since they're all the same, that means they're constant, which means the constant of variation is 3. So the constant of variation in this case is 3. Since it's constant, my y divided by x, that means this is a direct variation because that happened. So what do you do if you see a table? You have to know this formula right here. You have to know this one, which everybody knows, y equals kx. They get in their mind. But then you have to know this one. What if you have the k value? K is the y value divided by the x value. That's what you do when you get a table. Alright? So, is it a direct variation? Divide, 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 divide. Oh, all the same? Yes, it is a direct variation. We're good. Okay? So that's what leads us into the next problem right here. So get out your calculators. You're going to need them. Alright? You're going to need them. Here we go.